Today Dave's gonna cook pork chops on the rocket stove. These are from the pig that we raised here. First Dave's gonna make a rub and apply it to the pork chops and probably let it sit for a while with the rub on it. Dave's putting pink Himalayan sea salt in the rub, and what is that over there? Onion powder, pepper,
chili,
some chili powder, ground comino, cayenne pepper, that nice big layer of fat. Dave's gonna trim some of that off of there. Part of that skin, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use these pieces though to season the pan that he's going to cook it in. Sprinkle in the spices. Liberally coating the pork chops. I can smell the pepper. Hopefully it doesn't make me sneeze. Dave's rubbing up the last little bit of spice in that pan of the fat and skin pieces he trimmed off of there that he's going to use to season the pan with. There's the 2 pork chops with the seasoning rub. Dave's chopping up some onions, plenty of onions. We love onions. Go in there, help flavor everything. My mouth's watering already. Here's the rocket stove. Dave built this he made it from the inside, the tank of a water heater. And obviously you can tell what the tank part is. Then it's got the legs. The legs were made from it as well. And he's cleaning it. That's part of cooking on the rocket stove, is prepping the rocket stove, cleaning out the ashes from the time before. We got little baby goats over here checking out what we're doing. What are you doing? On the rocket stove, we've got the chute here. That's where you put the sticks in to burn. And then the burn chamber in the middle here is encased in stainless steel, so we don't have any corrosion. And between the stainless steel and the side of the rocket stove, inside there is vermiculite, which acts as an insulator to make this chamber in here super hot. Then we got our grill, which is basically rebar that goes on top into this little tray part. That's where you set your pan. The feed tube is also constructed of stainless steel. We got a tape measure here to show the dimensions. This is the inner burn chamber, and it looks like it's about little 7 3/4 inches. And the chamber is about 16 inches deep. The feed tube is a little less than 4 inches. And it's about 11 inches. The chute is about 11 inches long, where you put the sticks inside there. We'll see all of that in action a little bit later. Dave's over here breaking up some sticks, and we pretty much, since we made the rocket stove, what we have used is fallen twigs and branches out of the trees here. And what Dave does first to get it going, get it started, he builds a fire inside the burn chamber. Just puts the sticks directly into there at the beginning. Is that oak?
This is peach.
Oh, peach. We had an old peach tree. We actually had a couple of them that were dead, so we've been using those up as well. There's the peach wood broken up in the burn chamber. Dave's gonna start the fire, and we do this the easy way because we can. We're using a torch, propane torch, and he sticks that in there, lights it, and it's gonna start catching on fire. You can already hear it crackling. Smoke's coming out. That didn't take long at all, maybe 20-30 seconds, and the wood is nice and dry, so it's going. Now, from here on out, any extra wood that is fed into the fire will go into the feed chute. Dave's coming out with the pan. The fire's really starting to go where we got flames leaping out of the top now. A little smoke coming out. Dave's getting some branches broken up. There goes the pan. We like to use, the best thing to cook with on a rocket stove is a cast iron skillet. Kind of smoky, and when you're using really good wood like oak or a flavorful wood like this peach wood is really good. The smoke is following me. You can make the fire really hot and big, and the smoke will actually add to the flavor of the food. However, if all you have available is you know, just random wood that isn't really known for its properties of adding flavor to the food, then you build a smaller fire and you have less smoke because it burns so hot inside the combustion chamber that it burns the smoke, and that way you can cook on it still with wood maybe that's not so good for adding flavor, where you don't want that smoke getting onto your food. And
no.
This always starts out kind of crazy in the beginning, and then as you go along you can sort of modulate or moderate the flame, and you won't quite have the fire leaping out of the sides. There's adding some wood into the feed chute, and obviously that sticks into the end and burns, and then as that burns down you just continue to shove that wood further into the chute. You can see down into the chamber here. Here he comes with the little pieces of skin and fat that he trimmed off the pork chops. The thing about cooking with this rocket stove is that you can have a really hot cooking surface, and it's excellent for cooking things like meat. You can really sear the outside of the meat, which helps to hold the juices and the flavor in. You get that pan nice and hot and throw the meat in there, and it will right away sear the outside. I really like when Dave cooks vegetables on here too, which we're going to be throwing some carrots in there as well, and really sears the outside of the carrots or the whatever vegetables you're cooking, and gives it that super wonderful roasted, grilled flavor. See the flames in there. When we hit the road in the RV, we're planning to take the top part of the rocket stove along with us. We'll probably get rid of the stand, because really you can set this directly on the ground or anywhere. And you know, we just don't need to bring the extra weight and take up the space with the base.
It turns.
Yeah, the top part is just setting in there so that you can remove it.
Sometimes you gotta play the wind.
It's got handles on the side. I said whenever he built it, it kind of reminds me of R2-D2. Ooh, yummy. Don't look if you're a vegan. He's getting the cracklins. I think that's what those are technically officially called. Oh, in goes the pork chop. A little bit of grease splashing out there.
Then you just sear them quick, you know. Get both sides seared to keep the juice in.
I shouldn't even be watching this. It's making me super hungry.
Alright, now we're going to cover it. Add the mashed onion.
Mmm. Yummy! I just ate one of these cracklins. Pretty tasty. A little on the chewy side, but not bad at all. Shorty, you want to try a piece? Ooh, how is it? She says pretty good. She's not complaining. There's adding the onions. Gosh, I wish y'all could smell this. And it's going to cover it. There it is. Now it's going to leave it in there to cook for a while. It won't take long at all for those pork chops to cook, so I'm over here in the garden now, and I'm going to grab some fresh herbs so that Dave can add that in with the carrots. Grab some over there. Get some rosemary. I need to weed these old bathtubs is what I'm growing these herbs in. Got a little bit of dandelions and stuff coming up. Should be more than enough. Adding some of these baby carrots. A whole bag, a little small bag of those. Uh-oh, they want one on the ground.
Really just a bad day for you.
Notice the fire has calmed down now. It's not, we don't have the big flames leaping out of the top. Adding a little bit of water. And just gonna put the lid on quick so it'll get nice and steamy in there. Sprinkling the herbs. Put them in near the end. It really smells great. Check out our new thrift store tongs. We found these at the local thrift store the other day. After Dave broke our other tongs, picking up 15-pound slabs of bacon with them. I think they're kind of neat. They got like these little shovel head end things here. Never know what you're going to find at the thrift store. looking pretty delicious, in my opinion. We've adding a little water that's got some soy sauce mixed in.
Vinegar.
Soy sauce and vinegar.
That's cooked down.
Dave's making some regular couscous to go along with our pork chops. Dave's barbecue sauce. Ooh, it's tangy. I just tasted some. Very good. Better than anything that I've ever tasted from the store. Even the dogs get a gourmet meal around here. Look at that. Ooh, yummy, shorty. Here comes Dave with the end result.
Less than 30 minutes on that stove.
Alright, everybody. There it is. It looks like a lot, and these we use small plates just so everybody's aware of that. These are like 7 or 8 inch plates. So I'm gonna get down to business. I think it turned out pretty good. Yummy.
Yeah,